internet, my name is Sisley and welcome back to Sisley Reacts, the channel where I react to music-related stuff. Only today, it's going to be slightly different of a video because today is December 1st, and not only this marks the beginning of the most festive and beautiful time of the year, like the official beginning, even though we all know that we all started listening to All I Want for Christmas Is You like 2 weeks ago, but it also means that it's the time of the month where every beauty vlogger and lifestyle vlogger and fashion vlogger pulls out their favorite things that they use that month and show it off in a monthly favorites video. But since I'm obsessed with music, I live music, I breathe music, and I just can't live without it. Hence why this channel exists. I'm more of a monthly music favorites kind of girl. And if you don't know, I've actually been doing this on my main channel for the majority of the year. Every month I have been compiling a list of songs and artists and albums that I've been listening to that month and just sharing with people, just like, you know, beauty vloggers do in their beauty favorites. But recently I figured out that a music favorites video would be more fitting to post on a music channel, or rather a channel that is centered around music, which my reaction channel essentially is. So I'm excited to announce that from now on, I'm going to post my monthly music favorites here. I hope you're here for it because I know not everybody is gonna be. I know that a lot of people just subscribe to channels like these to see reactions to specific artists and stuff like that, but I also know that a lot of people like discovering new music through recommendations from their friends or their YouTube recommended page or the YouTubers they watch. So I hope at least some of you enjoy this. And without further ado, let's get into my November music favorites! So at the start of this month, I have been in my hometown, and if anything resembles home to me is the movie Spirit, Stallion of the Summer, and I made an entire video on my main channel about how it's literally the best movie of all time ever made. And one of the reasons why is the soundtrack. I love Stallion of the Summer and soundtrack because it was composed by Hans Zimmer and Bryan Adams, who are both just like basically legends at this point, and I always revisit that soundtrack from time to time. So at the beginning of the month, I was really listening to that a lot. Then after that, Sam Smith's album came out, and I actually haven't posted a reaction to it yet because it's an album reaction. It takes hell of a long time to edit those, but my favorite song from the album, hands down, was the last song, One Day at a Time. Like, it's just such an adorable song, and it's literally perfect for this time of year. It's soft and cozy, and the lyrics are really soft and reassuring, and sometimes it's just what you need, you know, like when you need some extra comfort and to basically feel like you're being understood and comforted. I mean, we all sometimes turn to music for that, don't we? And then after that, Taylor Swift's album came out, and I fell in love. I did not expect to fall in love with it that hard. Like, if you've seen my reaction, there were songs that I wasn't passionate about, but there were also songs that I was really passionate about. For example, Getaway Car. That's like my #1 from the album. Like, after listening through the album like 10 or more times, Getaway Car is definitely like my favorite. It's the best song for me from the album. And of course, another special song that kind of fits in the same category as Sam Smith's One Day at a Time is New Year's Day, the last song on Taylor Swift's album. Once again, like the last song, you know, like the calm and bittersweet song, you know? So New Year's Day is just such a beautiful song with the harmonies and the melodies. And while I loved a lot of Taylor Swift songs, and she had released a lot of bops in the past, New Year's Day is hands down the sweetest and most beautiful Taylor Swift song I've ever heard. And I haven't really listened to all of her albums because I was not the biggest fan of her like way back. But I'm probably eventually gonna do that and react to these albums because I feel like that would be a really interesting thing to do now that I stopped hating country music, you know? Also, another one of my favorites from her album was This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, and that's such a bop. Once again, this is one of the best songs from her album. And like, if you haven't listened to Swift's new album and you're kind of on the fence about it, I highly recommend you do it, especially the songs that I mentioned. Like, these are the good ones. Like, that's the good shit, you know? Like, I might not always agree with, you know, like what she does publicly or what stances she takes on things or issues or stuff like that, but I mean, she's a brilliant songwriter and I admire her for that, and she definitely delivered some amazing songs in this album. Also, NIALL HORAN's album came out this fall, and that was a really adorable album, but my favorite song from the album is On My Own. Like, that's such a bop. Like, it's so unapologetic and it's a really interesting topic, and on top of that, it has power and it has amazing guitars, and there's just something really badass and special about the song. And then Queen Jessie J has released a song titled Queen. I was shooketh when I heard that song, and I kept replaying it and replaying it, and god damn it, I felt like a queen, and I still do, not only when I listen to the song, but in general, because like, I mean, we all deserve to feel like queens and kings, especially in a world where the media is trying to bring us down for how we look. Like, come on, we're all beautiful here. And like, that song was just a great reminder, and it's just like the perfect self-empowerment anthem. And I mentioned in my reaction video, but I really miss like the trend of making self-empowerment anthems that was running like from 2011 to 2012, when everybody made self-empowerment anthems, and I didn't realize how much I missed that until I heard Queen, because I'm always a hoe for empowering lyrics and empowering people in general. So if you haven't heard that song, you have to listen to it. Like, that's the one from this month that you have to listen to. It's important. You will not regret it. You will not regret any second of it. Other than that, I've also been listening to Bleacher's first album, Strange Desire. I mean, obviously they released a new album this year called Gone Now, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite albums of the year. But I've recently been going back to the good old times of Strange Desire back in like, what, 2014? And I forgot how good that album is. Like, literally all the songs are amazing. Jack Antonoff is an amazing producer. Of course, he did a lot of work on Taylor Swift's new album as well. I mean, pretty much all the songs that I mentioned from Taylor Swift's new album were co-produced and co-written by Jack Antonoff. So like, he's my hero. And when Bleacher's first album, Strange Desire, came out, I loved it, and like, I have forgotten over the years how much I loved it. And it just feels so good to revisit those songs, and like, they're timeless to me. Like, songs like I Wanna Get Better and Roller Coaster will take me back to the first time that I heard them, and I will feel the same surge of excitement, and I will not want to stop listening to them until I literally have to do something else, you know, like go to the bathroom or go to sleep or something like that. So yeah, if you haven't heard Bleacher's first album, Strange Desire, I highly recommend it. Jack Antonoff is like one of my favorite artists of all time. So yeah, that'll be it for my November music favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different for this channel because I strictly only have been posting reactions on here, because I mean, that's the purpose of this channel, essentially. That's why I called it Sisley Reacts. Speaking of different videos, tomorrow I'm starting a very special thing, even more special than monthly favorites. Since it's already December and all the year-end music charts are being calculated and released, I thought it would be the perfect thing to basically compile my own yearly charts of what I think the best songs, music videos, and albums were this year. So there will be at least 3 videos, if not more, basically focusing on the stuff I have been loving, mainly in the categories of songs, music videos, and albums. And those I will be uploading within the next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. And speaking of favorites, please feel free to share in the comments what you have been listening to this month the most. I've always been interested in charts, and I'm curious to see what you guys are listening to and loving currently. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to this reaction channel because I post new reaction videos every single day, and from now on miscellaneous videos as well, because for December I have quite a few interesting things planned, as I mentioned, and I hope you enjoyed those as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye!